Hello guys and gals, me Mudahar, and today I wanted to talk about Hogwarts Legacy, just one final time. Now, Early Access came out and I've been playing a few hours of it. I've been having a good time. Unfortunately, I've got no footage because I decided to record in MP4 files for some reason. My settings defaulted. I recorded a few hours, OBS crashed, and the entire file is unusable, sadly. Which isn't that big of a deal. I kind of wanted to chill back and have a little discussion. So, again, when it comes to Hogwarts Legacy, I want to start off by mentioning the game's quality, okay? Now, the reason I ended up wanting to get this game is because I saw it reviewed really well. A lot of my friends enjoyed it. I haven't seen one real negative review of the game, period. And while it's not a perfect game, it really isn't. The few hours that I've put into it are absolutely amazing. I think the attention to detail in Hogwarts is brilliant. I think the Hogsmeade, the attention to detail in the locations that are obviously iconic are amazing. I think the world surrounding the school and the world surrounding Hogsmeade is absolutely impressive. This is a absolutely pretty game to look at. And if you're playing on the PC, you're going to be playing the game with ray tracing additions and a bunch of graphical enhancements that I think really do set it apart, right? One of the interesting things about this game to me was, hey, this was one of the big promoted titles for the PS5, Xbox Series X, PC, Xbox Series S, you name it. This is one of those popular titles that everyone was out there really excited to play, okay? Now, if you're somebody my age, okay, like a millennial, I would say, Harry Potter, you either grew up with it or you didn't. I didn't grow up with Harry Potter. I literally looked at the amount that it was reviewed. It's a good game. Apparently, you didn't even need to be a Harry Potter fan to play it and have a good time. And I can agree on that. Literally running around the entire open world kind of makes it feel like the closest thing to Bully 2, if you will. A kid having an adventure, okay, a wizarding adventure, you know, fighting with magic, doing side quests, going to classes, and doing all this extra stuff. Now, there is a bit of a fair warning to this praise that I'm giving it. If you are on the PC, or consoles even, the performance is a little dog shit, okay? The reason I'm saying it is recently when I was running the game, the first hour is brilliant, okay? Like it ran 120 frames, ray tracing max, DLSS through the roof, ultra quality, so not a whole lot of low resolutions being upscaled. And it ran at like 120 frames. Okay, I was like, dang, this game is really well optimized. It even calculated the shaders in the beginning. Bro, as soon as you touch Hogwarts, kiss half your frame rate goodbye, and this thing stutters like no tomorrow, okay? It stutters more than a 20-year-old used car, okay? God damn! I'm not even talking about a Honda Civic either. Those things last till the end of time. No, I'm talking about some Plymouth, all right, that barely was even running in the first place. That's the real issue that I'm having with this game as well. It stutters on Windows like no tomorrow. Now, I didn't install the game on Linux, so again, I want to suck off Valve. Proton works day one, okay? Works on Linux, runs at max settings with ray tracing, DLSS, you name it, okay? Fun fact, slightly better performance than Windows, little less stuttery. Still there, but little less stuttery. This is like nearly Callisto Protocol's level of stutter for me, okay? I don't know if it's my rig, probably is, but this has some performance issues, all right? Simple as that. If you can buy it on like a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X and play it at the 60 frame mode, which I think is locked, just do that, okay? The PC version, while it's nice, I don't think the ray tracing really adds that much. And even if it did, the stuttering ain't worth it. But of course, the game itself, the quality of the story, everything is pretty much there, okay? So I've been having a good time playing it, and generally speaking, it's kind of like the Rocksteady of Harry Potter. You know how like the Arkham games really do stick to the source material and it's like a Batman fan's wet dream? I think Hogwarts Legacy is in fact a Harry Potter fan's wet dream. You get to make your own character, and there's a lot of character customization out there too. And even beyond that, there's so much customization around like your home base, like your home room, your dorm, that I think you could spend hours just like, this is one of those games where like the main quest, I've literally been for the first time in my life actually diverted, because it just has so many different diversions for you to go dip into that it's just one of those titles. Like I'm not a Harry Potter fan, but I'm beginning to like appreciate the universe the more and more that I play it. So again, to understand, ladies and gentlemen, one of the catalysts for this video was the boycott that's currently going on. Now, for those of you who don't know, J.K. Rowling had said like transphobic stuff in the past, and it's because of it that a bunch of individuals have decided to boycott the game because the money, the every purchase is going to directly finance the billionaire J.K. Rowling. Okay, like she's already made her money. Okay, this game will not do anything different. Okay, so what's effectively happened is this like crazy war between people who just love this game and a lot of people that are pushing a boycott because this goes against their personal political beliefs. Now, I'm one of those individuals where, like, I get it. I understand. You know, obviously, I think it's great that people are even having this discussion of ethical consumption in the first place. But where it gets to me is when you start to go a little bit beyond, and it almost gets either performative and it gets a little bit dangerous. So, literally, in the last few days, if you haven't been focusing, there was literally a website which has since been taken down as of a few hours ago, where it was like, has this streamer played that wizard game? Something like that. Where they were literally like looking into the Twitch database and just looking at which streamer ever played Hogwarts Legacy. Which is a lot of them now because the game broke every record. Regardless of the boycott, the game has broken every sales record on Steam, Sony, PlayStation, and it's broken viewership records like 1.2 million viewers on Twitch, which obviously is because the game isn't out, it's early access, every streamer is really playing it, and also, I think there are like Twitch drops, so if you want to get like extra stuff in the video game, you can go through it with Twitch content. Anyways, the point is, the game is popular, the game has broken all records entirely, and it really shouldn't shock anybody, okay? This is a big IP, and this is a big game taking the cake. So when it came to this list, obviously people roasted it, I roasted it, okay? At this point, it just gets really sad when you're creating like these databases, which can be used to harass individuals. People have been harassed, unfortunately, because of this boycott. Now, I think it's a little weird. I think it's kind of ironic that like, hey, we want to stop hate from being spread. So I guess some bad actors will use hate to like, it's so weird. It's like fighting hate with hate, right? Like there was one channel known as Girlfriend Reviews where like literally the girlfriend, it was a boyfriend-girlfriend couple duo streaming the game. The girlfriend cries because a Twitch chat is literally like bullying them for playing this game in the first place. I think if you want to make allies in the first place, there's a saying, right? You catch more flies with honey than with vinegar, right? Like the moment you get into this point where you're like bullying people, they're not really going to want to be an ally. They're going to probably radicalize in an opposite direction, which is the last thing you want. I think it's wild to see like such a divisive game coming up within the gaming community that literally has ignored what the game is even about. I see more people talking about this like boycott, this discourse, than actually discussing the quality of Hogwarts Legacy itself. Literally, I saw an IGN review where it was like, they gave the game like a 9 out of 10, even though in the review they were like, the game has technical issues, lack of enemy variety, and all this bullshit. Also, 9 out of 10. Standard IGN review, and the entire comments they were like, anyways, we understand that there's an ethical consumption issue entirely. So again, it's like the game reviews really well, but now there's a whole talk about whether it can be ethically consumed. I see people talking about just pirating the game, which, listen, if you don't want to consume, if you don't want to contribute anything to this game, don't even pirate it. That's just straight up stealing a game from the actual development team, from the actual production studio. Like at this point, just downloading a game that's currently in active sales, literally it's just stealing. So let's ignore the piracy argument right there. If you really want the game, just buy it used at that point. So yeah, it's been a weird last few days. Literally all up in today, all I was reading in any form of social media while I was working was just Hogwarts Legacy. Bad, don't buy it. You're contributing to hate, if you will. And I've just seen more hate from every side spewed. Like literally the people that are getting there's two camps, all right? It's either you're a bad person for playing the game or, oh, hell yeah, dude. J.K. Rowling based. Let's buy the game 10 times over, which, by the way, is just as fucking cringe, okay? Why? Just buy it once and call it a day. There's people been so like weirdly performative from every angle about this one game over a boycott that has literally only raised the attention of the game and has made it sell more copies. I could almost guarantee, I can't even believe people on the internet are real either. Like this is where I have confirmed like today is just like the final straw that broke the camel's back. Full confirmation. Whatever you see on the internet is not real, okay? 90% of people who are following Hogwarts Legacy, I guarantee you 90% of the sales, have no idea that there's even an active boycott going on. If anything, it's a weird war between like gamers and a group of people that I honestly feel would never have bought this game in the first place. Look, ethical consumption is weird, right? Like, in my opinion, you have to either stand by your beliefs or just not stand by them at all, okay? If you're going to say Hogwarts Legacy is contributing to a breakdown of human rights, you may as well not purchase things like modern day smartphones, okay? Because I guarantee you, this smartphone that I have has contributed more damage to like human rights than a video game, all right? I guarantee you, a human being, there was some slave labor probably involved for the materials in this device. There was probably some slave labor installed for multiple components around in my house. That is unfortunately the grim reality we live in, okay? I think it's wild to see this weird ethical battle line being drawn, especially over a video game when I feel like most of the backlash and argument is from people that never would have bought the game in the first place and just literally want to use it as some form of like holier than thou signal over other people, like some virtue signal over like the general community around them. It's a weird discourse that we're having, and honestly, I don't see any productive nature to it other than like harassment on every angle being thrown around. Look, at the end of the day, if you want to buy this game because you enjoy video gaming and you enjoy Harry Potter and you grew up with it, you're not a bad person, okay? If you're going to bully the average person because they're purchasing a product that you feel is not ethical, you're just a bad person for bullying them and drawing them to the ends of the earth. And if you're a person that's buying this product literally because you feel that it contributes to the lack of human rights for another group of people you don't like, you're also just a shitty person entirely. This game does not make you a bad person. Enjoy buying the game, play it, call it a day. That's pretty much what it comes down to. Insanity on every angle. And honestly, I'll probably get canceled in some capacity by some viewership that's watching me, and I don't really care. If you feel that this video has made you want to unsub from me because my take was not something you could agree with, goodbye, okay? Bye-bye. But also I would recommend that you go and seek therapy. Because if this is like your last straw, if this is what breaks you, wild world we live in. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out. Insane day today.